Today I am going to create the body of the screw jar. This is the body of the screw jar. The various parts of the screw jar are given here. So first I will create this body. This is the first part. The first part is the body made of cast iron. So in order to create this body, what I do, I will draw this according to the given dimension. Then I will give the rotate command and the shaft command, so that I will create this body. So the dimensions of this one are given in this diagram. See the diagram properly. Now I will go to the CATIA. Go to the start menu, mechanical design, part. So I will give the name as a body. Select this plane. Just I will drag this a little bit towards the bottom. I will go to the profile command. First of all I will draw a rough sketch of this one, then I will try to give the dimension for this. Roughly it is like this. Now to escape from this command, you press the escape button on the keyboard. Next I will offset this to a distance of 10 mm. I want this line. So the distance between this and this line is 10 mm. So I will go for one command, which is called as the offset command. Press on this. You enter the offset distance. Offset distance is 10 mm. I'll extend this line little bit by going to the trim command. Then I'll go for the profile command. Just I'll drag this a little bit here, like this. I'll go for the quick trim command. I'll delete the unwanted lines. I don't want this, as well as this. Next, this line. Then you delete the point here. There is a small point. You delete that one. Next, I'll try to give the dimension for this. You go to the constraint, you double click on this continuously. This is here. From here to here it is 140. Half of 140 is 70. Then from here to here it is here. From here to here it is 100. Half of 100 is 50. From here to here it will be 50. So I'll keep this as a 50. Just I'll drag this a little bit like this. Next, this is 3 mm. See the sketch properly. This is 3 mm here. This is 3 mm. Next one is from here to here it is 50. Here. From here to here it is 100. Half of 100 is 50. Okay, this will be 50. Next, this is 20 mm. Here, this is 20 mm. I'll create this fillet radius later. Next, from here to here it is 66. Half of 66 is 33. So from here to here it will be 33. So here, from here to here it is 33. Next, from here to here it is here. This will be from here to here it is 70. Half of 70 is 35. Just I will drag a little bit towards the bottom side. So from here to here it is 35. Next, from here to here it is here. This is 50. Okay. So this is half of 50 is 25. Next, I given all the dimensions. Next, I need to give the one more dimension, that is the height. Height is 185. From here to here it is 185. Next, what I do, just I'll coincide this to press escape button, not escape from the dimensioning. So I'll coincide this with this. So one more dimension I need to give here. This is 40 here. So this is 40. So this has turned into green color. So in order to rotate this, you can draw the axis line here. Otherwise, you can select this line itself as a axis line. So I'll exit from this workbench. I'll select this as the axis line. I'll go for the shaft command. Otherwise, I'll draw axis line here. I'll draw axis line. Exit from this. So I want 360 degree. So I'll go for the view. This is 360 degree. This is the body. And if you want to edit this one, you can edit this here. For example, sketch. This is a way to edit the sketch. I don't want to edit any parts here. I'll go to the I need to give a fillet of 8 mm radius. So I'll select this. So go for the fillet command. So fillet radius is 8 mm here. So I have created a fillet of 8 mm radius. Now I need to give the fillet radius here. The fillet radius of this one is the half of 70 is 35. 35 minus of half of 66 is nothing but 33. So 35 minus of 33 is nothing but 2 mm fillet radius you can give here. So I'll rotate this. I'll select this. I'll go for the fillet command. So you give a radius of 2 mm. So a fillet is created. Next, at the bottom side here also it is 3 mm. So this I'll select. I'll give this as a 3 mm. So I have created one fillet radius here, one more here, and one more at the bottom. So 3 fillet radius I given. So this is a final view of the body. I'll go for the isometric view. This is the isometric view of the final body part. You can zoom it here, or if you want to drag anywhere, you can drag by means of using this command. In order to fit, you can use the fit command here. So next I need to create the nut, cup and tummy bar. I'll try to create in the next video. Hi everyone. Now I'll create the next part of the screw jack, that is the nut of the screw jack. Just you choose the plane, then you go to the sketch mode. This is our nut having the various dimensions. See here, first I'll create this much only. This much I'll create, then I'll rotate this one. Then I'll go for the shaft command and I'll produce this one. See the dimension of this properly before designing the nut. This diameter is 50 and this is also 50, and from here to here it is 90. This is 45, this is 10, this is 10, and this radius is, this fillet radius is, as given here, it is 5, and the radius of this is how much? 5. Next, he has given the fillet here, he has not mentioned the radius. You take around 5 or 3, that is up to you. And this is a hole. This is a hole. From here to here it is a hole. A hole of size what? It is a thread. It is a threaded hole. It is a threaded hole. The kind of thread used is a what? Square thread of major diameter 38 and minor diameter, major diameter is 38 and pitch is 7. This is a pitch. 7 is a pitch. So before creating this threaded hole, I would like to tell you what is a 38. 38 is a major diameter. This is a pitch. So I need to calculate the minor diameter. How to calculate the minor diameter of a square thread? So here, this is a square thread. This is a square thread. Okay. So this diameter D1 is a minor diameter. For example, the square thread will be like this. Okay, so sorry, see here, it is a square thread. This is a minor diameter. This is a minor diameter D1. This is a major diameter. Okay. So first of all, I need to find this minor diameter. This minor diameter I need to find. How to find a minor diameter? D1 is a minor diameter. D equal to D1 D minus of 2 times of H1. This D is a major diameter. Major diameter given in the problem is what? 38. 38 minus of 2 times of H1. H1 is 0.5 times the pitch. Pitch is 7. Half of the 7 is 3.5. 3.5, 2 times the 3.5 is 7. So, here 38 minus of 7 in what? 31 is the minor diameter of the given square thread. Here. So this minor diameter will be how much? From here to here. From here to here, it will be half of 31. Half of 31 is 15.5. Approximately you take it as a 31. 31 half of 31. Sorry, half of approximately you take it as a 16, or you can take 15.5. That is also fine. So if you are taking 15.5, then here also you need to take 15.5. Okay, in order to create this rod, screw rod. So let's just create this part in the CATIA file. So I'll go for the sketch. So already I have taken this already selected here. So just I'll create this part. This part I'll create. Then just you drag this using a left mouse button. You will create an arc. Okay. Next, then you escape from this command. Okay, sorry, this has not been joined toward this. Just I'll delete this. Then I'll use the line command. Trim the extra portion here. This is the extra portion. Zoom it this little bit. Drag this. Remove this extra portion. Then here you do the dimensioning for this sketch. So from here to here, I'll take it as a minor diameter. I'm taking it as a 31. 31 half is 15.5. 31 divided by 2. So this is the minor diameter of this screw thread. Next, simultaneously you double click on this so that you can give the dimensioning continuously. This is here 50. Half of 50 is 25. So this is 25. Next one is, this is radius is 5 here. Next, I'll give the height of this one is 45. From here to here it is. $45. So what I do, I'll delete this. I'll give this height as a 10. Next, this is also 10. This is a 10 itself. So there no need to dimension once again for this. Next one is from here to here it is. Here to here it is 45. So I given this dimension, and this dimension, and this is also done. So next one is this dimension. So from here to here it is half of 90. Half of 90 is 45. Next, dimensioning I need to do. This fillet of radius 5, I'll do it later. This fillet radius and this fillet radius. This fillet radius is not given. So you can take approximately 3 or 5, that is left you. So whatever fillet radius is here, the same fillet radius will be here. Next, one more dimension I need to give. This is for 40. Next, what I do, I'll coincide this with this, so that it will be helpful for us in assembly. Next one is this, and this is 50. Yeah, 50. Half of 50 is 25. Still I need to give, see here, this is moving like this. Why it is moving like this? Because what I do, I'll make this as a vertical line, horizontal line. Okay. So notice the sketch is over. Then I'll go for this fillet, and this fillet I'll give it later. Okay, this fillet is 5 mm. This is also 5 mm. This radius is not given, so you can take 5 mm or 3 mm, that is left to you. Here also you can give around 2 or 3 mm fillet radius here. So I'll go for shaft command. I'll select this axis as a this axis as a axis line. So 360-degree, go for preview. This is over. Now I need to give the fillet. this, and this I'll take it as a 5 mm. So here this dimension is not given, I'll take it as a 5 mm, but here this fillet radius is 5 mm as given. So both sides I'll take it as a 5 mm. See here, this is 5. You press the control button in the keyboard, go for fillet of 5 mm. See here, a fillet is created here. Next I'll take this as around 2 or 3 mm fillet radius, here not mentioned. Approximately I'll take it as a 2 mm. So this part is over. Next I need to create the thread. Okay. Now to create the thread, what I do, I'll go for tab. I'll select this. This has a letter surface and limit face is this, but I'll select this as a limiting face. Next, you use the dimensioning here. This is thread diameter is 38. Thread depth is nothing but 45. From here to here I need to do the threading. So 45. Pitch is a 7. Go for preview. See here, if I give around 4 mm, see the changes in the dimensions. Not able to see here. Afterwards I'll do it. Afterwards I'll tell you. First you go for the preview. Okay. If I click on this, see here. .38 is a major diameter, that is 38, and 7 is a pitch, and 45 is a depth of the thread. So this is over now. This is a way to create the nut. So I'll go for the isometric view. This is the isometric view. If you want the wire dimensioning, wire frame, and this is hi everyone. Today I need to create this screw rod. This is a screw rod, and this part is a collar or the head. The dimensions of this are given in this diagram. The overall height of this is 240, and this screw rod is having a square thread of diameter 38 and pitch 7. 38 is a major diameter and this is a pitch. Next, there is a hole of diameter 12 mm exactly at the middle of this rod at a distance of 35 from this edge. Next, I need to create, first of all what I do, I'll create this half portion, okay, then I'll rotate this. sorry, I will give the shaft command, so that I'll get the this model. So here uh, and this is a taper is how much? 10 into 45 degree, 10 mm into 45 degree, that is a taper here. Next, this is also 10 into 45 degree. This is 13 mm and the total diameter is 65. This diameter is 65 mm. Next, this is 12, sorry, this is 22 mm diameter. Next, this is a metric thread of 12 mm diameter. This countersink hole. First of all, you produce the countersink hole, then you do the tapping, threading. Okay, so next, this the depth of this hole is 35, and I need to do the threading to 30 mm depth. So here I'll start constructing this diagram. Otherwise, I'll rotate this. See, already I have constructed this screw rod. This portion is a collar and this is a screw rod. So once again I'll create this. I'll go to the mechanical design, part design. This is a screw rod. I'll select the plane. You select the profile command. Just I'll drag this axis line. Just first of all I'll draw a rough sketch. Sorry. Okay. Next, I'll start giving the dimensioning. I'll double click on this so that you can do the dimensioning continuously. From here to here it is. The total height is 240. Next one is this is a a thread of 38 mm diameter. So this dimension should be half of 38. Half of 38 is number 19. Just I'll drag this inside, outside of this. Okay. Next, this diameter is, see here, this diameter is 22, half of 22 is 11, 22 divided by 2. Next, from here to here it is see here 65. Half of 65 is, you type, there is no need to calculate anything, just half of 62, you enter 32.5. Next, this dimension is, see here, 13. From here to here it is 13. So this is 13. Next one is from here to here it is 83. From here to here it is 83. So from here to here it is 83. So I given all the dimension. Just I need to enter a taper. Taper of how much? 10 mm into 45 degree. Exactly at 45 degree. This is a taper. So I'll go for the chamfer. I'll select this line and this line. So I want a chamfer of 45 degree at what length? Enter the length is 10 mm. Next, similarly, I want a chamfer at this side also. You select both the lines. Chamfer angle is 45 degree. Next one is 10 mm. So this is a final view of the sketch. See here 10 mm into 45 degree. Let us check once again all the dimensions. This is 19, 240, 83. So 83 this is. Next 13, this is 13 and this is 11. Next this is half of 65 then 32.5. Everything is over. Just I'll exit from the workbench. So I'll go for the shaft command. Then I'll choose the axis. So 360 degree rotation. So this is a 3D model. I need to create this and this one. Okay, next I need to create the threads. So what I do, first I'll create the threads. I'll go for tapping. Just I'll rotate this. I'll zoom this little bit. So lateral surface is, this is the lateral surface. This is a limiting face. So thread diameter is 38. Next, thread depth is, see the thread depth here. See here, from here to here, this is a thread, this length I need to enter. So this length is how much? 240 minus of 83, 240 minus of 83 minus of 3 here. That will use the what? This length from here to here to here. Okay. Here thread diameter is 38 and this is the depth. That depth is up to here somewhat. Okay. And sorry, you'll enter the what? Thread depth 240 minus of 83 minus of 3. Okay, 240 minus of 83 minus of 3 here, 3 mm here, minus of 3 mm. Pitch is 7 because it is 38 into 7. 7 is a pitch. So preview. Thread tap is out of support. So I'll check once again. See here it is telling thread or the tap is out support limits. Nothing but I have given the direction in this direction. There is no material here, so change the direction. So 38 diameter, 154, pitch is a 7 mm. So you can, now I'll get the thread profile here. Okay, so I got the thread profile here. It is appearing in the tree. Now next I need to create this threaded hole. Next this hole. I'll select this plane. I'll go for tap. Thread diameter is, sorry, I'll go for the hole because there is a countersunk here. Countersunk hole. First, what I do, I'll go for the hole command. See the go for the positioning sketch, whether it is exactly at the center or not. So this is exactly at the center. If it is not exactly at the center, you give the dimension from all these dimensions. Okay, so it is located exactly at the center. So I'll exit from this. Blind hole diameter is I'll give it as around 10. Okay, the thread diameter, major diameter of the thread is 12 mm. The depth of the hole is 35 here, and I want V bottom because see here, this is a V bottom hole. Next I'll go for countersunk. So I'll select the depth and the angle. Depth and the angle is in the word. This is the depth of the countersunk hole. This is the countersunk hole, and the angle is 90 degree. I'll give. So around 5 mm. I'll give the countersunk depth, and this is a 90 degree. Next, I'll go for the hole diameter 10 mm. Next one is a M12. This is M12. So I'll select the threaded option here. I'll select the M12 thick pitch, that is the M12. So this is the M12 screw. Thread depth is here. Thread depth is 30 here. From here to here it is thread depth. From here to here it is a hole depth. Hole depth is 35. Thread depth is 30. So this is 30. Hole depth is 35. I'll go for review. This is a shear. The hole depth is 35 and this is a thread tapping till 30 mm depth. Next, this is a 5 mm I given for the depth of the countersunk. This is a 5 mm, this is a 5 mm, this is a countersunk hole, and 12 mm diameter, that is a M12 thread. .5 is a 10.106 is a hole diameter I have taken. You can able to see the word this threaded hole with V bottom. Next I need to create this hole. So I need to create the hole on this plane. So what I do, I'll move the cursor here. I want exactly at the center of the center axis. This is through hole 12 mm. 12 mm diameter. Next, the distance of this hole, the center of this hole is at a distance of 35 from this edge. So I need to give the dimensioning for this. Center of this is exactly at a distance of 35 here. So this has turned into green color, so it is fully constrained. Then I'll exit from the workbench. This is a cutout. Mirrored. Up to surface. Let me see here. I'll select the limiting surface. This is not a through hole, only one side it is created. So what I do, I'll edit this. Just you click on this. So up to last I'll give. So I have created a through hole. Through hole is nothing from here to till the end. So I have got a through hole of diameter 12 mm. See here. Next I need to create the cup. this part I'm going to create in the next video. Hi everyone, today I'll create the fourth part of the screw jar, that is cup design. So this is a front view, front cross-sectional view. This is a top view of the cup. Just I'll create this part, then I'll give the shaft command in order to get the what? The cup. So the dimensions are given here. So it is the total bottom diameter is 45. Here to here this diameter is 38. The distance between these two lines is 6. The total height is 45 and this height is 12, and this is a slot of 5 mm radius, and the hole is having a diameter of 12.5. The outer diameter of this outer diameter will be 65. So just I'll create this part. Open the CATIA, go to the mechanical design. Under mechanical design, part design, I'll name it as a cup. I'll select a plane. I'll select this plane, YZ plane. I'll go for the sketch. Just I'll draw this profile. I'll go for the profile command. Just I'll do the dimensioning of this part. From here to here it is. See here, half of 22.5. 22.5 divided by 2. Next one is height is 42. From here to here it is 42. Just I'll drag this. Okay. Next, this distance is 12 mm. From here to here it is 12 mm. Next, this distance is 6 mm. So what I do before this, it is taking angle, so I'll choose this line and this line, then I'll make it as a parallel, then I'll go for the dimensioning. This is 6 mm. Next dimension is from the center to this is half of 38. Center to this is half of 38. Next, this outer diameter is from here to here, it is 65, this outer diameter. So from here to here it is 1/2 of 65. So from here to here it is 1/2 of 65. So let me check all the dimensions. 1/2 of 22.5, 11.25, 60, 32.5, 12, 42, this is 42, 6 mm. Next, this is 19, 1/2 of 38 is 19. So I'll create this slot later. So I'll exit from the workbench. I'll go for the shaft command. I'll choose the axis, enter 360-degree angle. So this is a curve. Now I need to create this semicircular slot. What I do, I'll take a circle of diameter 10 mm. Then I'll give the cutout command. So I'll select the plane first. Go for the sketch mode. Take the circle. Just I'll move the cursor so that our circle should lie on this axis line. Give the dimension. The diameter of this is, radius is 5, so diameter will be 10 mm. Next, what I do, I'll use one more command that is called as a project 3D elements. So I want to project these lines, this line. Then I'll select the center of this circle and this line. Then I'll give the constraint. Constraint is a coincide, so that the center of that one, this circle will come and sit on this line. Then I'll go for the trim the extra portion, this and this. Then I'll exit from the command workbench. Then I'll go for the cutout. Reverse direction. Second limit I'll go for up to next. Sorry, not this one. Once again I'll go for the cutout. Select up to next, go for preview. So I got the slot. Next, see here, two more. See, total 4 slots are there. I'll go for angular pattern. I'll select this pocket. I'll go for circular pattern. I want 2 instances at an angle of 90 degree, exactly 90 degrees. See here, these two are exactly at 90 degree. These here, these 2 slots and these 2 slots are exactly at 90 degree. So choose the angular spacing is 90 degree. I want 2 instances. Then reference element, select, click on this, select the reference element, go for preview. Finally, I have created a total 4 slots. So this is a 3D model of the cup. Hi everyone. Now I'll create this washer. What I do, I'll create the half portion of this, then I'll give the SAP command. See here, I'll create this portion. First I'll create this like this, then I'll give all the dimensions, then I'll rotate this portion. Okay. Go to the start, mechanical design, part design. This is a washer. I'll go to this plane. I'll go for the profile. Next I'll do the dimensioning. The height of this is, see the height of this, the height of this is 8 mm. So this is 8 mm. Just I'll drag this. I'll zoom this. Next, this is 14.5. Nothing but half of this. From here to here, it is half of 14.5. This total is 14.5. So the inside hole dia, that is 14.5 diameter. So from here to here it is 14.5, half of that 7.25. Next one is, I need to give this dimension from here to here, but from here to here, what is half of 25. So from here to here it is 25 half. Next is, angle of this taper is 90 degree. But the half angle will be 45 degree from this. So angle between this and this is half of 90. Next one is 25 is over. This dimension is over. Next, this dimension I need to give. This is 35. So from here to here it is 35 in what half of 35. 35 half. This is 8 I have given. Next this dimension I have given. Next this dimension I have given. Next means this is also given. Still it is not constrained. Let me check once. See here, this portion is not there. I need to remove this one because see here, it is directly connecting to this, so this is not required. What I do, I'll go for trim command. I'll extend till here. Then I'll use the quick trim. I'll delete this portion. So this is a final view of this half portion. So everything is constrained now because it has turned into green color. So I'll exit from the workbench. I'll go for the SAP command. I'll choose this axis. Just I'll rotate a little bit. Otherwise I'll select Z axis, preview this. So this is a washer. There is a small chamfer here. So I'll select this. I'll go for the chamfer command. Chamfer, I'll give 1 mm chamfer. So this is the final view of the washer. Hi everyone. Today I'll create this CSK screw. That is part number 6. What I do, just I'll create this half part, then I'll use a SAP command to get this screw, and this is having a thread of M12 from here to here. Here not mentioned this space. You can take till here or you can leave a small space here 2 mm. Then you can thread from here to here, and this is having a length of 6 mm and the slot is having a depth of 3 mm and width of 2 mm. So here I'll create this part. I'll go to the mechanical design. Under mechanical design, part design, this is a screw. I'll select this plane. I'll go for sketch. Roughly I'll draw this. Just I'll start giving the dimension. This is total is 30 here. This is 30 here. Just I'll draw this little bit. Okay, and this is M12. This is, so half of 12 is 6. Next, this is 24, half of 24 is 12, so this is half of 24 is 12. Next one is the angle between this is total angle is, the total angle of this taper is 90 degree, half is 45. So the angle between this and this horizontal line should be 45 degree. Then I'll go for the shaft command, exit from the workbench. Let me check once again the sketch. Click on this. Next I need to give this dimension. I forgot to give this dimension. This is 6 mm. So from here to here it is horizontal. This is, it has taken as already it has taken as a 6 mm. So they no need to give this dimension. So this is 6 mm, this is 12 mm, this is 30 mm, and angle is 45 degree. Is correct. So exit from the workbench. Go for the shaft command. Select this as the axis line. Do the 360 degree angle. So I need to create this slot. This slot is having a depth of 3 mm and width of 2 mm. So I'll select this plane. I'll go for the sketch. I'll zoom this. So I'll go for this rectangle. I'll take rectangle center by centered rectangle. I'll take, so that the center of the rectangle will going to lie on this. Then I'll go for the one more command, that is symmetric command. I'll select this line and this. Let me check the what this distance first. Distance from this and this is 3.9 mm it is taking. So total should be how much? See here. It is 2 mm. So this has to be 2 mm. This and this axis should be how much? It has to be 1. Okay. So both these lines are symmetric about this center axis. So there no need to give the symmetric command. Next one is from here to here it is is 3 mm. So enter 3 mm here. So you can take anything, okay. So there is no need to worry about this. Just I'll exit from the I'll go for cutout pocket command. More up to next. Here also select up to next. So preview. So I got the slot here. Next, here he is using a threaded portion. There is a small gap between this neck and this. This is the unthreaded portion, but he has not given this gap. So you can do the threading to the entire cylindrical body, or you can select a small portion up to, you can leave a small portion here and you can do the threading up to here. That is left to you, because he has not mentioned this small space here. So you can do the dimensioning throughout also, that is left to you. I will do the dimensioning till here itself. Go for the tab, select the lateral face. This is the lateral face. Limiting face is, I'll select this as a limiting face. This is our limiting space. Thread is what? This is M12. Under thick, you select M12. I'll take, this is, see here, total is 30. 30 minus of 6 is 24. 24, you can leave a small space, that is left to you. So what I do, 24, I'll leave a small space of 2. So I'll select the total depth is 22. Thread is M12. Thread depth is 22. See here, I've done the threading till here by leaving a small space. Otherwise you can do the entire threading, that is left to you. So this is the final part of the screw. I'll save this as a screw. Hi everyone, today I will create the Tommy bar. This part, the dimensions of various parts are given here. This is 12 mm diameter, this is 20 mm diameter. The total length of the Tommy bar is 275 mm. This is 62 mm, and this taper angle is 45 degree. So I'll go for the mechanical design. Under mechanical design, part design. So this is Tommy bar. So I'll select the plane. I'll go for the sketch mode. Just I'll drag somewhat here. I'll go for the profile. $275. I'll double click on the dimensioning part so that I can able to dimension all the parts. This is 62. This is half of 12, nothing but 6 mm, half of 12. Next, this is 20 mm, half of 20 mm. See, this is totally 20 mm, so half of 20 mm is 10. See here, the angle between this vertical line and this is 45. So this total angle will be how much? See here, this total angle will be 90. This is 90. 90 plus of 45 is 135. So I'll go for the angle between this is 135 degree. So I exit from the workbench. I'll go for the shaft command. I'll choose this as a axis of rotation. So give the angle, that is I want a three complete 360 degree rotation. Preview. Next, here, see here, there is a fillet here. They have not given this fillet radius, so I'll make it as a around 5 or 5 I'll give. So here, go for the fillet. I'll choose this. Next, there is a chamfer at this side. There is a chamfer at this side. See here, there is a small chamfer. I'll take around 1 mm chamfer. Zoom this. I'll select the chamfer command here. Then see, enter the length. I've taken 1 mm, 45 degree, and the chamfer surface. I want this chamfer surface. Zoom it a little bit. Okay. Go for preview. So this is chamfer of 1 millimeter. So this is a Tommy bar. Just I'll save this. Already I have saved this part. Tommy bar. Hi everyone. Today I'll tell you how to assemble the various parts of a screw jack. First you go to the start menu. Under this you go to the mechanical design. Next you go to the assembly design here. Next I need to import all the parts here. So there is a one command that is called as a exiting component. You can go here, or otherwise you can click on this. Then here you can go for the exiting component, that is left tube. Okay, so I'll click on this, then you select. Here how to select this one, I'll tell you once again. Click on this, the exiting component. Next, after clicking on this, click on the product. You do that, you double click on the product, then these are the various parts. Just I will select all the parts. So these are the various parts of the screw jack. So all the parts are merged, some parts of the screw jack are merged. So what I do, I'll go for one more command, that is called as a explode command. If I use this command, all the parts will be get separated. See here, all the parts are get separated here. Then I'll do the assembly design. So what I do, I'll assemble the first body. On the body we are going to have the nut. So there is a command called cylindrical command. Click on the cylindrical or coincidence constant, that is called. This is the axis of the screw jack. This is the axis of the nut. So I selected both the axes. I'll update this. Next, what I do, I'll fix this one. I'll fix the body. Next, I'll use the contact constraint. Little bit I zoom with this body part. I'll select this surface. I'll zoom this little bit. This part. Then I'll go for the update. See here, the nut is coming in contact with the what? The upper surface of this part. Next one is cup. I'll use again this constant, silicon constant. This is our screw rod. In order to exit from this command, you press escape button on the keyboard. This is the axis of this. Next, this is the axis of the screw jack. I'll go for the contact constraint. I'll select this. This is not happening. Once again, I'll choose the surface properly. On this surface, next this surface should coincide. So I'll go for the contact this surface. I'll rotate this. Next, cup should come and sit on this surface. I'll use again coincide constant. I'll set the axis of this and the axis of this should coincide. I'll go for the update. Next, I'll drag this little bit. I'll rotate this. I'll zoom this little bit. So this surface should come and sit on the upper surface of this. So what I do, I'll use the contact constraint, choose this surface, it has to sit on this surface. So go for the update. After selection of this surface, go for update command. Next one is the axis of this should coincide with axis of this screw body. So I'll use the again coincide command. I'll choose the axis of this. Go for update command. Next, what I do, I'll select the lower surface of this. I'll go for contact constraint. I'll select this surface. I'll zoom this little bit. Just I'll select this. So go for update. So this is a washer. Next, I need to tighten this cup with the help of the screw here. This is our screw. Just I'll select again silicon constraint. Select this axis and this is axis of this body. Go for update so that the axis of this will going to coincide with axis of this. That is a usage of this command, coincide command. Next, I'll go for contact command. I'll choose this surface. Otherwise, you zoom it little bit, you can able to see the surface properly. Okay, this surface should come and sit on this surface. I'll tell you now. Yeah, zoom this little bit. It has to come and sit on this surface. So click OK and go for update command. So see here, this screw is coming and sitting on this conical shape surface. Next one is Tommy bar. I'll go for Tommy bar now. I'll select the axis of this and the hole. Hole I need to select here. I'll zoom this little bit so that you can able to see it properly. I'll rotate this. Update. It has taken a wrong constraint. I'll delete this constraint. I'll go for Ctrl Z. Just I'll delete this command. I'll delete this command. Delete this command, it has not taken properly. So I'll go for again coincide, select this and rotate the word this properly, zoom this, see here, it is very important to select the axis lines properly. See here, if I select this one, the Tommy bar will come and coincide with this axis. So I need to choose properly here. This axis I need to choose, the axis of the hole. This is very important. I'll go for update. See here, now it is coming and coinciding with the axis of this hole. Now what I do, just I'll rotate this. I'll use the smart command. Just I'll try to move this inside this. You can choose the axis also. So this is a final assembled view of the screw jar. So all the parts are assembled properly. So this is our body. Over the body you have the nut. Next we are going to have the screw rod, cup. This is the Tommy bar. Next we have the washer and the screw.